4 Year Strong are back with a brand new record, Brain Pain. And when I was listening to the record and gathering my thoughts, I kind of had the realization that 4 Year Strong are an incredibly important band when you think about it in a macro sense. They were a part of the 2010 pop-punk revival, a huge part of it. They were one of the founding bands of the entire easycore subgenre, and they absolutely have classic records. Enemy of the World released my junior year of high school, and you know that Wasting Time was the soundtrack to my summer that year. When you talk about 4 Year Strong, the Ugly Duckling always seems to be in some way, shape, or form. And look, is it the band's most rock-sounding record? Yes. Did the band blow up the entire DIY pop-punk scene with its release? No. Look, the band tried something different and it may or may not have worked depending on who you talk to. It's not like the band released a techno record or something. That record gets way too much hate, especially since I think Stuck in the Middle is one of the band's best songs. The truth is, and I'm actually working on a video about it right now, all those bands, a part of the pop-punk revival in the early 2010s, really should have been a lot bigger and should have been more into the mainstream, but you know, it didn't work out for a variety of reasons. But can you imagine Men Overboard, Fireworks, The Wonder Years, 4 Year Strong, if they were actually on the radio, if an alternative radio station decided to wake up and realize what was happening? I mean, blogs like Property of Zach and other blogs like that exploded onto the scene, but you know, alternative radio has its own issues, and again, like I said, that's a whole nother video. Out of In Some Way, Shape, or Form, we got the band's Self-Titled record, and that really seems like that record, the Self-Titled record, is what In Some Way, Shape, or Form should have been. That record, the Self-Titled again, is probably the best mix of 4 Year Strong with a more rock sound. I mean, that first half of the Self-Titled record, up until about Who Cares, is flawless. So, Brain Pain, what do we know about the new record? The band spoke to Discovered magazine, and this is what they had to say. I don't think we've ever worked harder for something. I don't think we've ever concentrated and sunk our teeth into something as deeply as we have on this record. Musically, they wanted to push the boundaries of what a 4 Year Strong record is supposed to sound like, and to challenge themselves and the fans. That was a really big goal for us throughout the whole process, to make sure we were experimenting in the ways we wanted to, while also producing something that was recognizable as a 4 Year Strong record. We've done a good amount of records and we've been around for a long time. What can we do for this next record to make it something different and to make it worthwhile, not only for us, but for our fans? The band concentrated on conceptualizing the sound and vibe, talking about what we wanted to accomplish with the record. But as they continued through the songwriting process, they found there was a common thread that had a lot to do with identity crisis and trying to find out who you are as a person. More specifically, the idea of getting older while playing in a band and having to find that work-life balance. The entire interview is linked down below. I agree 100% that the band is pushing the idea and pushing the boundaries of what 4 Year Strong is and what 4 Year Strong sounds like. This is the most brutal and hardcore 4 Year Strong have ever been, without question. Songs like the opener, It's Cool, Crazy Pills, Mouthful of Dirt, and The Worst Part of Me are fast, chaotic-filled anthems. 4 Year Strong have always been an incredibly catchy band, and we have a ton of sing-along moments on this record. Rip My Beating Heart Out on The Worst Part of Me, You and Me Were Really Nothing But Enemies on Learn to Love the Lie, I Wanna Feel Something, Anything on Mouthful of Dirt, and I mean, Get Out of My Head almost requires you to bob your head along the entire song. Let me be the first to declare my love for the song Be Good When I'm Gone. It's the one slow song on the record, and it might be my favorite song on the record. Methodical acoustic guitar, some violins. It really reminds me of an early 2000s pop-punk song. There's nothing wrong with that. My only real negative, and it's really more of a nitpick than a negative, is that out of the singles released, I really think Learn to Love the Lie should have been the first single released. It's the most familiar sounding 4 Year Strong song out of the singles that were released, and it does give a taste of what's new on the record. With Brain Pain, 4 Year Strong give us their most brutal incarnation yet, and they also give us the upbeat sing-alongs that fans have always loved. What do you think about the brand new 4 Year Strong record, Brain Pain? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't. And as always, thanks for watching.